Hello, what's up, everybody? You guys have the power to unmute and mute yourself. So please use that power responsibly. When people are performing, please don't unmute yourself. Make sure you're muted. And but you can unmute yourself to clap, snap, and do all of that. So we're gonna get this flowing, get this going. We got Zoom watching. We have Facebook Live watching. We have YouTube Live watching. And I got some people on my IG, La Bruja NYC, watching. So I'm gonna open it up. I'm gonna warm it up right now with a new piece because I've been working on some new shit. And here we go. Welcome, bienvenidos to our flight from Nuyorican. It is time to get you ready for takeoff. In the unlikely event that you are petrified of flying like I am, we offer bacal de ron con your café con leche. Here at Taina Colon Airlines, we pride ourselves in our Taino menu. Today we have jicotea en barbacoa con ñame, batatas y yuca, con un refresco de Mavi de parcha. In the occasion that you get sick, I am also a certified witch doctor, curandera medicine woman, and my medicine box is in this carry-on compartment right here. First things first, let's buckle those seatbelts. In case feeling la correa, the belt on your waistline, is triggering or causing flashback discomfort from parental discipline, please find solace in that we are not forcing you to smell the belt like our parents made us do. You can easily adjust it by inserting the metal end into the buckle and pulling the strap to tighten. To release, simply lift the buckle or yell, "Puñeta!" really loudly, and I or one of our staff will gladly assist you. To get us on our way, make sure you are seated in an upright and regal position. All your electronic devices must be turned off completely or put on airplane mode. And if you're caught using your electronic device, I will write a negative poem about you. And definitely no Bacardi in your café, period. So don't even ask. Electronic cigarettes, weed joints, cigarros cubanos, or sage can all be used or smudged within our tiny latrina lavatory in the back. All exits have been clearly marked, and if you cannot find the nearest exit, please think of what racists still say all the time. Just go back where you came from. A drop in cabin pressure will cause vejigante masks to drop. Please put them firmly on your face and shimmy your shoulders all over the place. Put your mask on first before assisting others to rumba. Life vests are nowhere to be found because this is what colonization feels like, and we are eager to share this experience. Your seats cannot be used.
Can you make me a drink?
Devices.
Okay. Sorry.
Thank you. As flotation devices either, but be grateful for citizenship and that the lavatories are fully stocked with paper towels and toilet tissue. After all, you have survived. You may actually already be dead, so life vests are no longer necessary. 50-person canoes or canoas are on standby in the event of an emergency landing. Every performance is a trip, so feel free to clap after each one or snap after each one, because here at Taina Colon Airlines, we always clap when we land. Are we ready for takeoff? Let me see those hands. If this is your first time performing ever in your life, please let me know and I will sing the Pop the Cherry song for you. If it's a new poem that you are reciting, please let us know and we will yell, "New shit!" You have about 5 minutes max to do your thing. So if you finish at 4 minutes, don't do some new shit. Use the final minute to let us know how to follow you. Sex toys, please be sure to turn them off. We don't want to hear any buzzing of sexticular activity. Be sure to have your cameras on. No nudity allowed unless it's out of frame. But please be as vulnerable as you want to be. We would like to thank our sponsors, National Endowment for the Arts, Council on the Arts, New York City Department of Cultural Affairs, Amazon Literary Partnership, New York Community Trust, and if you'd like to make a donation, please visit nuyorican.org/contribute. I'm putting all of my info in the chat for you. Follow me, caridadelaluz.com, or on Instagram, La Bruja NYC, on Twitter, the same, Facebook, Googleame, you're gonna find me. That's right. So we got 25 people on the list, and we're starting with some big heavies. Let me put that in the chat as well. All the way from the Boogie Down Bronx. That's right. That's right. We have Rosalind Diaz coming up first, right? Through her big brown eyes. And then Joski C, Nicholas Correa, Tessa Somic, Cheyenne Richards, Jewel Franchetto, Bob Hu, Philip J. Curtis, Michael Skyer, Jeff Cottrill, and the rest, Ray Jane. Oh, it's going to be great. Xanadu. Oh my God, it's going to be some awesome reading. So ladies and gentlemen, here we go. All the way from the Boogie Down Bronx. Please, let's hear from Rosalind. Unmute, booby.
Oh man, you see, when I need to be unmuted, I'm not unmuted, and then I'm asking for a drink, and I'm like in the middle of freaking getting a drink, and I'm unmuted. I don't understand.
What are you drinking tonight? What's your poison?
What is vodka and cranberry juice?
Vodka and cranberry. That's one of my classics.
Yeah.
It always helps if you stir it with a raccoon penis bone. It just gives it extra flavor.
Oh my God, I can't.
So what you doing tonight?
So this one's a little heavy, which is why I was asking for my drink, but
Okay, you're gonna get heavy.
It's
All
called a 1 to 10 giving power to the lotus flower. On the days that you feel more victim than survivor, remind yourself that it happened to you, but it does not define you. You will be triggered. Sometimes you'll feel it coming in the form of a knot in your throat, and other times it will manifest in the form of jittery hands and the need to breathe, almost obnoxiously. You will notice that you have superpowers. Yours are to travel in time, back to the moments riddled with pain and sometimes shame. Customize your cape to show them all that you've reclaimed. They will tell you that there's medication, damage control, that 1 pill a day will keep the nightmares and cold sweats away. And the only warning you will get is that you won't be able to operate heavy machinery. If you're ballsy enough, you'll tell the guy with the prescription pad that trauma is heavy machinery and hope that he has a good sense of humor, that your wit won't warrant a higher dose of the medication with too many syllables to even care. Some days you'll explore your sexual desires unapologetically, and others you'll wonder maybe, if maybe, that was why it happened to you in the first place. Then you'll remember that the previous one can't be true because when it happened, you were only 9. Some days you will feel their grip on your skin or their words replay again in your mind, and you'll have to work twice as hard to be fine, and the hurt will be the only reminder that you're still breathing. Thank God you're still breathing. Even if anger is the driving force, grow. Through every single obstacle, trigger, and memory, fucking grow, because lotus flowers only bloom in the mud, my dear. You're stronger than many because you still look your predator in the face till this day and feel sorry that karma put them in their place. You're more than okay because you pray for yourself, for those who can relate, and for the hands that nearly deflowered you. That is the power. You are a survivor. And that's it.
Yes. And in the Boogie Down Bronx, sharing that vulnerability and truth. Thank you so much, Queen.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
You know that.
Thank you so much, Bruja. I love you so much.
Thank you.
Since 2007, I've been a fan. Yeah, all right, guys. So the story of how I met Bruja is she came to my high school, to my drama class, and she sprinkled a little magic. So I went to Jane Addams High School in the Bronx, and she came through just to share her magic. And ever since then, I've been following her. And that's it. That's the story of how I met Bruja. And
Thank you.
Faithful.
Love you, girl. Thank you so much. That makes me so happy, you know, because you just
You're
know the
welcome.
influence you'll make, and just one little bit of sharing of yourself, it can transform a life. Imagine and look at all the wonderful poetry that has come out of you. Mwah.
Yes, yes.
Make me cry. Okay.
Thank you, guys.
Put your stuff in the chat. And
Yes,
what
it's
can I
Bruja
say
Big
about
Brown
that?
Eyes on Instagram, guys.
All right. What a start. What an opening to the Nuyorican Poets Cafe. All right, we're going to keep it going, keep it flowing. We got Joski. Joski, please unmute yourself and let us know what you're going to do tonight. You there, Joski? Is he around?
Yeah. Hey, did that work?
Yay. How are you?
Oh, I am good, Bruja. It's good to see you. And this wonderful collection of people that seem to come every week. Hey, I've got a new song.
New shit. Let's hear it. Joski always brings the goods. Ladies and gentlemen, Joski C.
So I wrote this song for Elijah McLean, and it's called Violin. Anemic, and the world is cold. This ski hat helps me face it. And when I play my violin, sometimes I can erase it. I bought some tea. I'm walking home. I move my arms as though to bow a violin. Up pop cops out of the blue. Who looks suspicious to you? Here come the handcuffs, next come the takedown, next come the chokehold. Here come the handcuffs, next come the takedown, next come the chokehold. Inject me with your ketamine, hit me like an acid dream. As Eric Gardner's words I scream.
Oh my God, I love you, Joski.
I hear the sound of a violin. I just want to go home. Thank you.
Thank you.
I gotta say, I cried while I was writing it. I could hardly write it, and I didn't know. It's for Elijah. I'd like to do a poem, if I may.
Yes, you may.
This is called The Closing Doors. The closing doors reverberate like slaps upon offended skin. Clicking locks echo in the growing chill of evening. The closing doors separate dark from warm and cold from safe, at least for some, and dinner on a plate. Outside, hold on to memories of warm. Read between the fading lines. Ties unraveled cannot bind. Illusions of security can vanish like a paycheck. Memories like embers burn long after the fire's gone. Hold on. And what are dreams to these strange schemes? And what is wasting time? This I can tell you, the moon is free, so is the rain. but the roof costs money. This I can tell you, the moon is free, so is the rain, but the roof costs money. If only I could barter pain, earned with every drop of rain, I'd buy a big mansion, doors open to all. We'd sleep in the bedrooms and share all the halls, and for once celebrate the existence of walls with no one left outside them. The closing doors reverberate like slaps upon offended skin. Clicking locks echo in the growing chill of evening.
Snap, snap, snaps, clap, claps, claps, and all of that. Joski C, thank you so much for sharing
Thank
your
you for having me.
sensitivity and your artistry.
Thank you for having me. I so appreciate you, Bruja, and I appreciate all of you wonderful writers that show up here all the time. It's you inspire me always, and so I come here to drink from the oasis. Really, that's what I've been doing lately Thursdays. And thank you all for your wonderful energy.
Peace, Joski C. Showing so much love. I'm telling you, this community is so beautiful. I love Thursday nights because of this. So we're going to keep it going, keep it flowing. Ladies and gentlemen, let's hear from Nicholas Correa, aka The Withdrawn. Unmute yourself if you can. Where you at? Help him, help him. There he is. How about now? How about now?
Hey, you hear me?
Yes.
Hey, how's it going?
Everything is good. How are you doing?
I'm good. I also got some new shit.
New shit.
It's funny because I wrote this last night and I was trying to figure out like what I want to write. I was up at like 1 a.m. like, what do I perform tomorrow? And so I wrote to a throwback Neo song. And then I come into work and my friend's like, yo, I was listening to Neo last night. And I was like, there's an answer. So nice. I'm gonna play the instrumental. Let me know if it's too loud, okay?
Okay.
Can you hear me talk? Sound okay?
Oh, everything's good.
Yeah. All right. So this, the original is So Sick by Neo, and this is just a sample from his song. I call this one Still So Sick. Oh, my bad. Fucked up. Okay. I can't listen to none of these songs on my playlist because every single one is one I kissed you to or made love to you with, and I'm done. Music is the thing that provides my escape from reality, but instead it's me making face reality. And honestly, consistent sleep isn't enough because the pain never goes away. It's sitting right at the edge of my bed waiting for me to wake up. It also puts me to rest. When the tears drip down my chest, I start feeling pain in my head. I exhaust myself, then knock the fuck out and do this shit all over again. Everyone is checking on me as if they're making sure I'm not dead. And I appreciate the concern, but just know the lack in my response is me just trying to catch my breath. I'm also just trying to grab onto the thought of reality. Look her in the eyes and ask, why put me through this casualty? It wasn't supposed to end like this. God, this has to be an accident because I thought I was doing everything right. I can't see how this was in the plan. For me to now be hurting the way I am. I'm blind to the process of healing. Living in the feelings is still what I currently want to feel. This didn't deserve to go out the way it did. Like, how do you just let go of the thought of marriage, kids, spending the rest of your love life with Nick to only in the end no longer be in love with him? I've started to lose weight prior to your release. But now I find I'm rarely even eating and I'm losing it unintentionally. Tiff said the guy she was with would be a better fit for future Tiffany. That hit because I felt the same way about you and me. The Band-Aid didn't stop you from bleeding still. It just soaked up the blood till we found another. Too good of a guy, I was almost okay with hurting myself just to make sure you had everything. I be feeling okay till I gotta explain my pain. If I can't listen to music, then I might as well write to it. Maybe this will help me in my healing. Said I wrote you a love poem you'll never hear. Even if you did, babe, you'll never care. Said I wrote you a love poem, but you moved on, so why can't I? Fuck. That's it.
Oh shit!
And withdrawn. Yes.
Withdrawn, got open. That was very vulnerable of you. I think that there is a little raccoon penis won't shake right there.
Thank you. You know what's crazy though? Because like when you're so present in life and everything that's going on, like this was like my like 3 past like relationships. And so like I'm able to dip back into feelings I felt from like 3 years ago as if it's current, you know? So it's like presence is a whole nother game because you could bring about things that, you know, as if it's going on right now. So it's wild.
That's why I love journals too, because like when you write something, you go back to that journal. It's like you open up that page and you're just like, psh, there you are.
Right. It brings you back. And I mean, especially with writing too, it's just, it's beautiful. It's beautiful.
Well, thank you. The withdrawn Nicholas Correa put all your information in the chat so everybody could follow you and all of that.
Thank you.
Peace. Mwah. All right. So we're going to go to Tessa Somic. Unmute yourself. I hope I'm saying your name right. I said it, I think.
Tessa Somic.
Tessa Somic.
All right, let's roll.
Somic.
This piece is titled Sovereignty and Imminence, and it begins with a quote from James A. Baldwin. Quote, ask any Mexican, any Puerto Rican, any black man, any poor person, ask the wretched how they fare in the halls of justice. Then you will know not whether or not the country is just, but whether or not it has any love for justice or any concept of it. It is certain, in any case, that ignorance allied with power is the most ferocious enemy justice can have. My piece begins. Let's not find ourselves before the law, waiting our whole lives as plebeians from the hood. Let us not long for the justice promised in the law. Let's not invest ourselves in the illusion of the attainment of the law. Let us not be the ones for whom the doors of justice were made, the doors intended for us, the ones the doorkeeper will shut in your face. Don't fall for the Trojan horse of obedience in lieu of justice, of patience in place of agitation, of hope realized as fulfillment. When the horse of civilization breaks, it will only deliver the reflective absolute authoritarian sovereign, demanding that you continue to wait at the gates. You see, the law will never render its fullest justice. What it will do is permeate and regulate your life. That gatekeeper you call a politician is selling you what's behind the gates, an individual private access, something he has no power to deliver. For the privilege of legislating on your behalf, they demand respect and deference for this imagined, branded, and marketed connection to justice. With our political obedience in the midst of lingering ordinary banality and the day-to-day mediocrity for a non-arrival of the imminence of the law and justice. While we tear down the symbols and emblems of our historical trespassers, we can't deny the reality of our political affectional communities in waiting, narratively organized for the law, for justice, for sovereign authority. Let us not linger in the bygone distraction of inflicted emblems and false idols of manifest history. Let's demand the justice that doesn't wait, the force of the promised law. Let us not render ourselves to the magical, mythical ideas, emblems, and narrative that is power. Our political power is not amulet possessed by one person, not by another. It is our structural organo force of law that demands entrance to justice now. And then I have a little short ditty to send us off. This piece is titled Simulacra. Simulacra are copies of things that no longer have an original or never had one to begin with. Baudelaire, 1994. I want to end up in your arms, not in some self-referential tautology buried in between your blossom direct breast, not in some imagined nor professed carnality, to take your breath deep into my lungs, only compelled to exhale by the desire to continue life. Breathe your essence from the back of your shoulders and feel the sweet scent of yourself break through the trunks of my bronchial trees. Have you bear fruit on the branches of my alveolar sacs, the membranes between you and me reduced to chemotropic topologies, weakened nets torn by mutually induced chemical opiates. There can be no more beyond the desire to produce, the reduction in resistance to our forsaken biology.
Yes, sir.
Eso somos.
Yeah.
Gentlemen. Yes, sharing wisdom and truth. Thank you so much for that.
Thank you. I'll post my contact stuff for folks.
Yes, put that in the chat so we can follow you and all of that. Thank you so much, sir. Until the next time. Peace. Okay, we're going to go with Cheyenne Richards. Cheyenne Richards, unmute yourself so we can see you, please.
Can you hear me?
Yes, I hear you.
Hi.
Where are you? Hey, hello. Where are
Hi.
you? Where you at?
I'm in Miami.
Miami.
Yeah, but I'm from New York though.
What part?
Queens.
Queens repping via Miami, ladies and gentlemen. Show love for Cheyenne Richards.
So I got some old shit tonight. Just gonna jump right into it. Okay. So this one is called King of the Odd Count. Wash your hands of the blood from the loss of renown. Living is to hide his heart heavy from plague, wore down the fearless warrior that was he. Plague that has chiseled him veins of fire now began to split in half and leak from the cuts from thrusts of a spear. I am in need of no one. He answers the craving for his own blood and removes his breastplate to draw his final breaths. He unsheathes his blade of travesty and falls to a point where he can die from it or face the truth. Never. Out of his mouth the words, never again. End poem. Thank you.
Very nice.
You got another one for us, or is that all?
Nope, that was it.
Stop lying, Cheyenne. Stop lying. He's lying, bro. Bro, he's lying. You need to
That's
do
Don
the Virgin
Chance
song.
Acevedo pulling the.
You need to do the Virgin song for him. You gotta pop his cherry.
song?
Pop this cherry.
Was that just a pop of the cherry tonight?
That was a pop of the cherry.
No, I went on Monday.
I be knowing.
Oh, he gave his
You popped
cherry
his
the
cherry.
advocate of words. He didn't say
performed
it.
before. Advocate. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, so he popped his cherry Monday night. That's all right. That was just a few days ago, so. It's just a deflated cherry. It's not completely popped.
Fresh cherry.
You just finished popping it. Thank you so much, Cheyenne Richards. Return, please.
Thank you.
Don't you stop. Thank you so much from the bottom of our hearts. I know you got a lot of promise and you got people like Chance rooting for you. So thank you so much.
Chance is a troll.
Chance, you're a troll. You heard that? And it wasn't me. I didn't say.
Boo, Chance.
Oh my goodness. All right. Take care, Cheyenne Richards. Put
Thank
your
you.
information in the chat. Thank you for sharing your talent. Okay, cool. So we're going to keep it going and keep it flowing. And right now, please unmute yourself, Jules Franchetto.
Hello.
Hello. Oh, it's dark tonight.
Yeah.
Hey, girl.
Hello. What's happening?
What you going to do for us tonight?
I don't know what this is. It's Something that I wrote some time ago. It's a mix of a story and a journal.
Okay.
Yeah, just
Unknown
something
shit.
unknown shit. Yeah.
Okay. Take it away, sweetheart.
Thank you. Do you ever look back and wish you could have somehow stayed in the past? Do you ever wonder if you've seen the signs? If you would have seen the signs had you been given a second chance? Let's start from the beginning, she says. Try to remember the first time. I don't believe first times are necessarily the beginning, but I don't tell her that. Maybe the first time just shows when shit finally hit the fan and things had been boiling up for a while, and that's when it actually began. Nevertheless, I comply. The first time it happened, I was 12. My mother and I had an argument. It could have easily been my parents and I, but my father was never around, so it's simpler to assume he wasn't there this time around either. I can't remember what it was about. Probably some teenage bullshit that got blown out of proportion for a change. That seemed to be the way things always went in our family. We turned simple things into crucial ones and completely ignored matters we should have really been paying attention to. As I've learned over the years, that's sure to be the greatest recipe for disaster. I remember how it felt afterwards, but most of it until then is kind of a blur. They say that's expected, as we're in a state of mind that's not quite our own, much like being under the influence, except there are no external substances affecting our behavior, only our own biochemical selves. There are a few flashes and glimpses, but I can only assume what happens in between in order to paint the whole picture. I can tell you how lost I felt, and how I couldn't see through the rage building up and taking over me. It's easier to say that, isn't it? It took over me. Saying that something takes over creates the impression you have no control, giving you an excuse for what you do next, as if it wasn't really you, and therefore you shouldn't be held accountable. You suddenly become the victim, not the perpetrator. Just like that, you become part of the audience like everyone else. I wish I could tell you what exactly went through my head and took over me. Was it only a matter of opportunity? Would the thought have even crossed my mind if the argument hadn't happened on that specific day while I was in that specific mindset? Would any of the things that followed happen anyway? Is it all a result of casualty or predetermined fate? I like to think there's a different timeline somewhere in the universe with a completely opposite reality. Strangely enough, however, I can't picture another version of me that's not troubled. A relaxed me, confident me, a happy me. What does it say about a person who can't picture themselves as anything other than complete, utter waste? This is not a rhetorical question. I really am trying to figure out who I am. Someone who digresses and dissociates, for one. It's hard to keep track of my thinking when there are multiple lines of thought rushing through my head at the same time, all the time. This is not an euphemism in any way. It really does happen all the time. It feels like an eternal avalanche, or as if you're being chased by a hitman while on a mission to kill someone else. It's the climax of an action movie, only it doesn't last just 5 minutes, but rather a lifetime. If you could begin to fathom the extent and intensity of it all, then maybe, just maybe, you could start to understand why I did it and what's so enviable and hopeful about dying. It sounds inappropriate categorizing death as a hopeful thing, but anyone in my position would tend to agree, or at least accept it as a possibility. Maybe. Am I trying to convince you or me? That's it.
Woo! Whoa! Great job! Whoa! Oh my God, that one gets the alligator tooth shape. Because that was biting and piercing.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
You, Jules. You know,
I'm gonna leave my info on the chat, and also I am suing my city for a violation of civil rights at the moment. And a friend of mine suggested that I started a GoFundMe page because lawsuits are really expensive and I don't really have the money. So if allowed, I'll leave that link on the chat as well.
Of course, please
And
do.
everybody could share. I would really appreciate it.
Absolutely.
You help me.
Share that on the chat and let's see what's good so we can help you. Thank you.
Thank you
so
very much.
You
Always
know,
a pleasure to be here.
it's always a pleasure to hear you. You always bring depth, and tonight you brought like just things to mind about family and growing up in, you know, toxic behavior and unconscious behavior, and you know, and somehow we internalize those things. And I'm really an advocate of self-soothing, you know, like I listen to Marissa here and I listen and I console myself. Sometimes I do kiss myself and it's just, I go, oh, and it actually feels good. So in your darkest moments, kiss yourself. Yeah, and write a poem. Okay, do that, please. Love yourself. Do some mirror work. Look at yourself in the mirror and be like, I love you. Okay, thank you, Jules. Much love to you, sweetheart. Okay, boom. So we're going now to hear from Bob. Who? Bob who?
Hey, it's a pleasure and an honor to be here tonight. I'm going to do a song, and if there's enough time, I'll do a really mini poem after. This is called Didn't Anybody Ever? It's an original I wrote about.
Oh, we lost your sound. Oh, we lost your sound.
I hit the wrong button. All right, I put up in the chat a link to the song if you like it. Free download, free listen. It's called Didn't Anybody Ever? Didn't anybody ever tell you that forever is such a long way to go? Didn't anybody ever show you what those little letters mean when you sign your name below? It ain't so, hell no. Didn't anybody ever didn't anybody ever whoa? Didn't anybody ever whoa? Didn't anybody ever hold you like they meant forever? Hold you like they never would let go? Didn't anybody ever leave you in the dead of winter? Leave you out crying in the cold? It ain't so, hell no. Didn't anybody ever didn't anybody ever whoa? Didn't anybody ever whoa? Didn't anybody ever teach you that the things they preach you ain't the things that you need to know? Didn't anybody ever rape you, make you feel deader than the tears you refuse to show? It ain't so, hell no. Didn't anybody ever didn't anybody ever whoa? Didn't anybody ever whoa? Didn't anybody ever have a heart to reach out to you as you fell apart? Didn't anybody ever hold your hand and then just let you be broken in a way that's so hard? It ain't so, hell no. Didn't anybody ever didn't anybody ever whoa? Didn't anybody ever whoa?
I think he froze. Did anybody ever hear the end of that song? I don't know. That was Bob Who. Bob Who, thank you so much. I don't know what happened, but it cut off, but we got the feeling of it. Are you there? His thing was so hyped that it just, the frequency just went zzz. Yes, yes. All right. That was dope. That was dope. Oh, that was dope. That was dope. Yes, Bob Who did his thing, but we're going to keep it going, keep it flowing. He gave us his all. We're going to go with Phil.
Wow.
Midnight.
Did I get locked up?
Yes, it just at the end, but it was fabulous.
Oh, great. Okay. Thanks, everybody.
Thank you, Bob Who. That was dope. Put your information in the chat, Bob Who. Everybody was feeling it, and your honesty and your truth. We love it. But we're going to keep it going, keep it flowing. We're trying to catch up with Philip Curtis. I think it's Phil Midnight. If you're here, please unmute yourself.
I'm here. How y'all doing this evening?
Hey, Midnight.
All right. This is a poem. This is the poem. This is a poem you have never heard before. What if? What if you were eyewitness to history, born in the 18th century, into this tight-fit black skin onesie, booked on a sailor ship without a Royal Caribbean affiliate, a trip that offered complimentary beatings for breakfast, lunch, and dinner, chained neck to ankle, food rationed into small portions. Have I captured your attention? Welcome to America, land of the free. As long as you don't have skin like me, where a grown man is still put on the auction block, and his wife is pushing and breathing and pushing until out come a child that isn't his. Master's green-eyed son that's raised in the main house by a white woman by the name of Liz. What if you were like me, born in the 1960s, where signs on doors still read white only, and peaceful protest sparked movements, and black folks was arrested for disturbing the peace, simply because they wanted to buy something to eat, but could be forced to fight for country, yet to fight for equal rights was still incomplete, because many believe that we could only be good at picking up after others and sports. But could it be a possibility that I can run further and faster than you because Bloody Sunday dogs and fire hose were let loose? What if you took my skin, put it over your face? Could you live the life that my forefathers did? What if you were the parents of Trayvon Martin, Eric Garner, John Crawford, or Sandra Bland, where those that murdered them were given pardon? What if all lives mattered way back when, with Kunta Kinte and them, the same way they try to convince us that all lives matter today? Then again, maybe all lives do matter when Black lives are excluded. What if, what if, what if?
That's my dog. That's my dog.
I know him. That's my friend. My brother.
You got much love, Phil, aka Midnight.
Boo, Midnight.
Man, stop trolling. Boo. Serious, stop it. I'm giving you a virtual. Thank you for sharing. Okay, we're gonna keep it going, keep it flowing. Phil, aka Midnight, please put your information in the chat. And we're gonna go with Michael Sklier right now. Michael Sklier, unmute yourself. The musical stylings of Mike.
Can everybody hear me?
Hello.
Hey, great to see everybody. It's been a couple of weeks. I'm so glad to be back, and hope everybody is doing as well as they can be in this crazy ass time. So I got two things. They're both pretty quick. A new shit. Here we go.
Shits.
Yep. Two.
Oh, your pleasure with
shit. There you go. All right. All right.
Go ahead, Michael Sklier, ladies and gentlemen.
This one is called "Stop Me If You've Heard This Before." Stop me if you've heard this before. Difficult birth, Revolutionary War. Noble principles, a shining hour. Takes a long time to water those flowers. Human nature, conflict and greed. Half of the nation tries to secede. Union prevails with a great emancipator, gunned down by hatred. It sometimes seems greater. Strides were made, but progress is slow. Mansions on the hill, but look down below. Same discrimination with a different name. Corporate prison industrial game. It's not all bad news. There's been some success at its best, though. It's a work in progress. So much has gone backwards of late. Witness the rise of the orange face of hate. And now the plagues seem almost biblical. The challenges are formidable. But justice and truth are not invisible. A billion people together could make a miracle. Stop me if you've heard this before. Lose a few battles, but win the war. But win the war. But win the war. Thank you.
Yes.
All right. That was actually inspired in part by, I don't know if anybody's seen the great documentary that's on Netflix now called 13th, about the 13th Amendment and all the shit that's happened since.
Yes, it needs to be abolished. It needs to be abolished. Amendment 13, forget it.
Yeah, yeah. All right. This next one is for all the everybody like me who sees people walking around without masks and like, what the hell are you doing? And you know, all these like uber patriots. My thought was, yeah, give me liberty and give me death. That's what they want. So this is called "Give Me Liberty and Give Me Death." It's a quick little rocker. Sing along, or rattle your jewelry, as they say. Give me liberty and give me death. 241 said the maskless hordes who won't wear a mask when taking a breath. In the running to win Darwin Awards. Socially distancing is not for these clowns. They'd rather swallow detergent and Tide Pods. They're letting innocent people down, killing nurses and old folks while they play the odds. Take your freedom from responsibility and your stupid gullibility. I'd like to entertain the possibility that you carry some legal liability. Oh, stay 6 feet apart, or better yet, huddle in close and cough, you damn traitors. Call me crazy, but I'll take that bet. Soon you'll be sporting a new ventilator. Take your freedom from responsibility and your stupid gullibility. I'd like to entertain the possibility that you carry some legal liability. Give me liberty and give me death. Thank you.
Woo!
Right.
Michael Sklier, ladies and gentlemen.
It's always a highlight of Thursdays and highlight of the week to come here. So again, yeah, those will probably be on the next Bandcamp album. I've already got a whole bunch out there. I'll put the link. That's the main place to get a hold of me and my music probably is Bandcamp. Very cool site. And I'm also on Instagram, on Facebook, and all that under the usual nonsense. But I'll put it in the chat and carry on, folks. And thank you.
Thank you. Michael Sklier, ladies and gentlemen, here in New York City, giving new shit, double new shit. new songs. What a talented crew we have. We're gonna keep it going, keep it going. Jeff Cottrill, if you're in the building, please.
I am right here, yes, right in the building.
Hey.
And hey, and I am going to hit you with some old shit.
Ooh, new shit to me. All right.
Yeah, probably new shit to most of you. But a couple of you might have heard this in a couple other Zooms, so just wipe your memory of that. This is a poem that's kind of an alternative to traditional love poems, because nowadays I find it's really hard to write a sincere love poem without coming off as creepy. So this is a poem about just liking somebody. It's called Like Poem. Some writers say words can't express their love. Well, I don't love you. I merely like you. And surely words are good enough for that. I like you. You're kind of neat to hang out with, but only in small doses, not a lot. You're a swell opponent for a game of Risk or Clue or Cards Against Humanity. I'd watch a movie with you. Nothing great. Not Casablanca or The Seventh Seal, but maybe that last Matrix film, let's say. I'd never have sex with you. Nor would I go on a long trip with you, because I'd get quite sick of you after a day or two. But we know it would never come to that. Shall I compare thee to a plate of macaroni and cheese? I like mac and cheese. It's a nice lunch snack. It'll do when you just don't have time to bake. If you eat too much, you may get indigestion or dysentery or maybe even worms. That's more or less how I feel about you. How do I like thee? Let me count the ways. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, 2. That sounds about right. 2. Like me mildly, like me bland. Think I'm A-okay. Say hello and shake my hand and stay 6 feet away. Oh, my like is not a red, red rose, but more a short, stubby dandelion, which gets chopped in the mower on a Saturday morning. Oh, my like is like a melody, but not one by Mozart or Tchaikovsky. More like a 1980s pop hit, catchy and sweet, yet vastly disposable, like something by Mr. Mister or Paul Young or Level 42 or DeBarge or Wang Chung. What, you don't remember them? Exactly. When the person, things still sort of carry on. He might bum a smoke or maybe lend $5 to you. If you're bad, he'll tend to notice. And then he'll stop liking you, turn his back on you, and delete you from social media. Love means never having to say you're sorry, but like means never having to say I love you. Roses are red, violets are blue. AstroTurf is a worthy practical substitute for the real thing, and so are you. Now, actually, I don't like AstroTurf. And come to think of it, I don't like you. No, you're annoying and you smell bad too. Go away. And that was called Like Poem. Do I have time for a really short? Do I have time for a really short one?
Go ahead, a real short one.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay. This is a cover poem. It's by a friend of mine in Reading, England, named A.F. Harold. Look him up, he's wonderful. It's called Fairy Tale Poem. When I was just an ugly duckling, I asked my mother, what will I be? Will I be handsome? Will I be a swan? Here's what she said to me. No, you'll be a duck. Just a particularly ugly one. Fairy Tale Poem by A.F. Harold. Everybody's quiet now.
Thank you for that, Jeff, and for lending your voice too. You were flexing the vocals. That was cool. Much love to Phil. Thank you. Put your information in the chat. Everybody enjoyed that. Look at that. Hilarious. Yes. We're going to keep it going, keep it flowing. And now we're going to change things up and go with Ray Jane. Who's
Hey.
Oh yes, hey queen with the fluffy robe like pad. How are you tonight?
I'm good, bro. How you doing?
I feel nice. I feel happy. You know, I'm here doing what I love. Well, how can I complain, right?
So beautiful. I love it.
Thank you. Mwah. What you gonna do for us tonight?
First, I'm just gonna sit in that kiss for a minute.
Okay. Let me add some hug to it.
I love y'all. I love y'all so much. Ray Jane, coño.
Have a drink for me.
Yes.
For me. Okay, so I'm gonna get a little flirty with y'all. Okay. Gonna talk about
wait, let me take that raccoon penis bone.
Shake. Really encouraging y'all to come out on Saturday for the sensual open mic. Come out.
Yes, come by Saturday. I'm ready. I'm ready.
Listen to Raj. You know she don't lie. Okay, so this is called A Crush. You, like black hole, persistently pulling me into infinity. I fight you, refusing your flowers, but begging you for your pollen. Nonetheless, a mess. I try to keep hold to my finesse. Recall pages in black book, remember pimping ain't easy, and baby, you got that right energy. The right look, your masculine be dripping off your skin, and I'm thirsty. Trying to be my worst me, call me misbehaving, catch me wiggling all assets to get your attention, feigning shy when we relate. Compare ancestry, pretending that you understand me, because admitting that your love does not belong to me feels mad scary. And in this season, I'd rather be brave, or at least pretend to be, and you are a challenge to me, and I like me a good challenge. Gets my blood hot, races my pulses, makes me send geeked screenshot to girlfriends to see if they see what I see between your lines you crack. And I'm coked up trying to get choked up, or maybe something nice, gentle. Really, it's whatever you want, whichever speed you like. I'm hyped. By chase, I cover half of my face, dare you to peer into these eyes, willing them to hypnotize, make you mine. So I may dungeon you, do what I want to you till I'm full. Then decide if you taste like you look. Delectable, you read me like book, just trying to make you an actor. Cast you for one of these here chapters, trying to get after bliss. Remembering mama said y'all like buses, and I'm running with my metro in hand, trying not to bust up my pride, mess up myself again, but damn, you so fine. And I'd definitely be lying if I said slow walking that ass ain't often in my head, so I'ma wait. Slowly trickle out this bait, bop my head as the needle falls on Kim. Marinate on these gritty thoughts, imprudent and indomitable until they are mush. Poker face like I ain't the royal flush, saying softly to my crush. Whisper in your ear, get you all shook up, but don't blush. Just keep this on the hush.
Oh, hey,
Hell yeah.
Hey. Woo! They got me hot. Sheesh.
Yes, thank y'all.
That was fuego.
As always, Ray Jane never disappoints.
Never. Oh my God. Somebody's mooning us. Marcelo Ronaldi.
Hi, everybody. Suck my ass.
Ray Jane, look what your poem.
Ray, you got the man hype, Ray. You got the man hype.
You can't even do a slightly naughty poem and then boom, nalgas. Nalgas.
Okay. Sorry. Where are you from?
That's a lot, sir.
Oh my God, my dude.
For real?
Yo, this was a first, ladies and gentlemen. We just had the moon cross our screens.
That's it. If you want to be otherwise inclined and inspired, You can follow me. Here you go. There we go. There you go.
Yes, Ray Jane. Follow Ray Jane. Listen to that sultry voice on SoundCloud. Check her out on Instagram. That was super sexy. Look what you visited a culo. Culo. Now, ladies and gentlemen, that's the power of the queen. That is.
Love you, love you.
Love you. Yes. Steamy. Hotness. Fuego. And moonshine. All right. Oh, that's crazy. That was a first for me. I'm blushing. Please don't. Let me catch my breath. Thank God you can't smell shit on the internet, because that would have been whack. But Monica Berger. Monica.
Hi.
Hi, queen.
Hi, my love.
Footwear tonight that you got on the sideline, or?
Huh?
Your fancy footwear. You got any?
Yeah,
fancy?
so tonight if I were on stage, it would be these. Dope. It's Puma in the heel.
Oh, you don't play games.
It's Rihanna. Line.
Monica Berger, take it away. Wow, the
Thank you.
is delicious.
I got some old shit, 2 poems, and thank you. I love that I get to come to New York every week. You have no idea how happy I am. All right. This is called Catfish. Bait and switch, hook, line, and sinker. Tricked by the catfish. Nipping at my tail while feeding me every line. Now caught on the hook, I would have been eaten alive if Jaw didn't free me from the lie and lift the veil off my eye. Stiff naked fool, you think you are cool to deny me of my simple relationship with the Almighty? Jah Rastafari ever living in my pores, telling me everything and more. The Lion of Judah roared in the depths of my core, showing me the projecting walls that hold up your dark soul, covered in toxic paint, ready to taint unique structures designed to make them fall, crumble beneath your rubble from games played by the hand of your insidious sham to keep me stuck in trap. Realizing the Most High has my back, underestimating the good and the kind. All you do is try to stifle the divine. Strength is the threat, weakness is your feast. Intimacy scares the beast. Into me you see that you are a fraud who can no longer fool or control me. I see exactly who you be. I feel it in the core of my being, in the depths of my soul, when you shoot your arrows of intentional low blows out to destroy and dismantle. Got your claws pointing at people's flaws, comparing and judging. Ferocious wolf in sheep's clothing, pretending and covering up. Constant mixed messages to screw me up. But who Jah bless? No man can curse. I am one with my maker, and you are done, exposed, hiding in the oven, burnt toast, and I'm ready to roast your ass on the coals. No longer will you infect my soul. That's one.
Ooh, okay, yes.
All right, this is called cunt. You call me a cunt, and then you try to shame me into having me send a gift back to you? What? That shit got lost in the mail, motherfucker. I'm not the one to be stepped on, abused, ridiculed, be made less than. I am human. And it is my right to stand firm in the light. So fuck you and your manipulating tactics. I got God who tells me who I am. Therefore, I see who you are. Coward, cover up, bumbaclot, who mind fucks a lot. There should be a warning sign on you. If you interact with him, it will be hazardous to your health. People need to go within and develop their ninja skills so they're not fooled by the likes of you. Help me is what I said to the power at B. And that is who told me who you be. Thank you, God, my refuge, my fortress, where I reside from, who I trust and who guides me to liberation.
Monica Berger. She be reading mofos up in this piece. Yes. I love it. Yes, queen. Make sure you share all your info in the chat.
Thank you.
And not only do I respect your poetry, but you know I respect the shoe game is serious. Brujas love hats and boots, and you just mwah.
Oh
yes. Fuego, Monica. Peace and blessings, sis. You make sure you put everything in the chat for us.
Thank you.
I think now we're gonna go all the way to Amsterdam. Can it possibly be? I might have to roll up right now. Xanadu, are you in the building? Xanadu? No, I saw you, Xanadu. Unmute Xanadu for me.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. So I'm on the computer and I'm on a cell phone.
Okay.
On the cell phone, you can only see my ceiling.
Oh, well, I
But
see
on the
you in
computer,
here.
you can see my face as well.
Yes. Are you in Amsterdam still?
Hmm?
Are you in Amsterdam?
Yes, I'm in Amsterdam now. Yes, I'm in Amsterdam. But the poems are again about South America.
Okay. Take it away, Xanadu.
Okay, thank you. Yes, this poem is online now. You can visit the poem on www.thevoicesproject.org. It's called Haystack, so I will also read it now. Haystack. I ride like a puma, free after Cesar Vallejo. Grey ground like shade to yellow brights of double structures of agricultural shapes of hay and straw that may dot the rural landscape. As it features the canvas, how golden yellow can shine against darkness of green with purple as an innocent judge. In between, only there to set up the scenery to facilitate an objective decision, like a nocturnal judgment, one once said. As pointed out in the violet flowery that mysteriously covers foreground of painting, reflecting like lilies in sheets of grain, an enigma of abundance of nature, one may expect a promising harvest. Well, it was a poetical portrait of Martin Malharo, 1911, Las Parvas, La Pampa de Hoy, Museo de Bellas Artes, Buenos Aires. If you go to the website and you click on what I just read, then you will see the painting. Yeah. Okay, now I have replies to Mr. T. I guess Mr. T is not here today. Is he here?
In
But we had
London,
some...
I don't think Mr. Thompson has joined us today, no.
Yeah. Okay, so it's called Surrealism is Space. Yeah, because I read some poems after Mata, portrayals of Mata, and now I've made aesthetics out of Surrealism is Space. One, Surrealism is one more ending, one less conceptual art. 2, Surrealist principles. 2.1, there is art in coincidence. 2.2, everyone and no one are artists, creative poets. 2.3.1, for instance, take a book, take a newspaper, take a website. 2.3.2, clip it at regular intervals. 2.3.3, collect the pieces. 2.3.4, lay them out aesthetically. 2.3.5, in one piece at once or twice. 3, surrealism is more beautiful than the light, and surrealism is as wonderful as the night. 4, surrealism is, non-surrealism is not. 5, surrealism is both within and beyond logic, perception, realism. 6, surrealism allows for puns, portmanteau, word and letter games like Marcel Duchamp, René Magritte, cadavre exquise, automatisms and improvisations, supreme loves like John Coltrane, rhymes and reasons like André Breton, dissonances of grammar, floating and flying vocabs, deep truths, lazy lizards, and nursery rhymes. 7, surrealism is space. Thanks to Black Lives Matter, from the physical concept of space being black, contrarily to light being white. 8, Xanadu adds up to surrealism by conceiving of poetical portrayals of art, of surrealist artists like Mata, like I've read last time, Miro, Dali, like Mr. T wrote in the chat, Yamamoto, Oppenheim, Man Ray, and it had a revival of Afro-surrealism in the Harlem Renaissance. I guess everyone may know Harlem Renaissance. Okay, well, that's the aesthetics of nowadays surrealism. for people who are interested, Wikipedia say 1917, surrealism, the term coined by Apollinaire, a French poet. 1924, the Surrealist Manifesto by André Breton. And 1924, also La Révolution Surréaliste, the first issue of the journal, edited by Breton. Okay, then if there's time, I can read one more poem or some more poems. Is that time?
Super short.
Super short. Okay, so going back to Chile, now the pre-Columbian art. Museo Chileno de Arte Precolombino. Mapuche red figurine, take 1. Yeah. Okay. Since museum catalog agrees on it, nose and eyebrows join in single brim like an M shading much of eye cases, but not the eyeballs or pupils yet, which keep on standing out in artificial light like curves of nose ending in small mouth where lips form a ring of just are like as big as either of the eyes. Remainder of body is rather smooth except for both hands, which stretch their fingers widely on their chest, showing off all 10 full fingers, in fact like Chinese fans opening up details of unknown pieces of past. Okay, it's a portrayal of Mapuche red figurine.
Xanadu, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, okay.
Thank you for sharing. That was
Yeah.
a poetic, you're like a curator. You're a curator of art through poetry. So thank you, Xanadu, for sharing all
Yeah.
Amsterdam with us.
I invite everyone to make a surrealist poem for next time.
That's
Is
a
that okay?
challenge. Xanadu's challenging everybody
Okay.
to do that surrealist poem. Thank you, Xanadu.
Okay, you're welcome. Yes, thank you.
Peace.
Yeah.
It's like going through a museum, right? You can see it with your mind. That was cool. Very cool. Everybody has their own flow. All styles are welcome here. So now we're going to go with Kylene. Kylene last week joined us and dropped some fuego too. So let's see what Kylene is bringing us today.
Hi. So, I was hoping to do my tribute today, but it turns out I'm a very depressed person today. Stuff did not go well today.
No.
So I have 2 things for you. I'm not going to cry during it. I'm going to say that now so I don't.
It's okay. Don't be sad. We're together. We're supporting you. You're not alone, you know, and you have such an immense talent. Don't let anybody minimize or invalidate your feelings and what you're going through. And if you need to fucking cry, you cry. You know what I'm saying? It don't matter. You
But
let it
I already
out.
cried
You hold
today. I
that
think
shit in,
I'm
it
good.
turns
I'm
into
on my
sickness.
quota.
Good.
This is
Boom.
about losing a friend today. He didn't die. I just lost him to stupidity and young love and whatever. And he was more of a brother than me than a friend. So it's kind of messing with me, but we're gonna do this. Sorry, I can't sing, and this melody, there's no melody. I just wrote words I'm planning to sing to. So there we go. I guess this is goodbye. I promise I'll try not to cry for you as you become just another number in my book of people who came but never stayed. I guess this is goodbye. There are days when I wish I could freeze myself in these moments, rewind to find what I did wrong. Did it push us to this precipice of goodbye by loving you too much? I want to blame her for not trusting you, a man I have called my brother countless times and meant it with every breath, but I can't. And you didn't even have enough courage to defend this friendship, and you tried to tell me that people just grow apart sometimes, but you and I didn't. We were wedged apart, ripped apart. And you never did anything to try to stop it. You once asked me to hold on tight, and I promised you that. I guess for you, that promise wasn't set in stone. I guess this is goodbye. I promise I'll try not to cry for you as you become just another number in my book of people who came but never stayed. I guess this is goodbye. The days, if I could go back, I'd hold on to you for a little longer, a little tighter. I didn't think you'd be gone this way. Forgetting that you thanked me once for helping you grow, and I said no. Thank you. I finally know the kind of people who makes life worth living. And though this makes it sound like you died, I know you aren't dead. Well, I guess in my life you might as well be, because all the plans we made went up in flames today. You were supposed to be there to watch me walk down the aisle someday. Your kids were supposed to call me auntie someday. I guess those are just dreams now. I hope that you are happy. I still wish you the best, that you and her will be happy at last. But please promise me that you'll look back every now and then and remember me, my friend. I guess this is goodbye. I promise I'll try not to cry for you, as you become just another number in my book of people who came but never stayed. I guess this is goodbye. And then the last one, it has...
Wait a minute, let us breathe. Let us breathe on that.
Please don't cry, because I don't like making people cry, and I'm sorry if I did.
No apologies. We don't do apologies up in here. Not for none of that strong self-expression, honesty, and truth. Your voice is over fabulous. So let's just regroup. You got this. You are killing it, and keep going.
Okay. This last one has no title. The other one was called This Is. This one doesn't. It has by Elton John, Friends Never Say Goodbye, because, you know, that's what I was doing today. What has been done for the best, though the mist in my eyes might suggest a little confusion about what I'll lose. But if I started over, I know I would choose the same joys. Hold up.
You're not alone, booby. You're not alone. It's okay. It's okay. I'm gonna shake the penis bone because fuck that shit. Fuck that shit. Pa' fuera, puñeta.
Practice. Push, push, push. You got it.
Yes, you got it.
You got it.
The same joys, the same sadness each step of the way. They fought me and taught me the friends never say. Friends never. Sorry guys, it's been a rough day.
It's okay, honey. It's okay. Oh,
You're okay.
You just muted. You got muted. I don't know if you meant to do that, Kyle.
Yes, I didn't. My computer actually hates me, so it'll randomly do stuff.
Oh,
so
don't say that. You have to start changing
Okay.
your
I'm
dialogue
good.
yourself. It's very important what you say to yourself, you know, and even in this, and I know that you feel your friend and this loss, but you have to see this as an opening, a new beginning. You have to change the context so that you can move forward powerfully. Those that don't stay are not meant to go with you to the next level, but that's because you are the one elevating. So
Okay. I am good now. I'm usually do not cry this much. It's been a long day.
okay, those are healing tears.
Yeah. Friends never say goodbye. Never say goodbye. I was a little girl when I realized that the sidewalk was only big enough for two people to walk side by side, and that I always appeared to be a third wheel. It became hard to ignore that somehow I was always 3 paces behind those who I tried to fit with like a piece to a puzzle that had already stopped being manufactured years ago. just tossed in box after box, only to find myself drifting away when the picture became clear enough that I could finally see I didn't belong. I used to say that I was supposed to be born in a different time, that I'm either here a little too early or a little too late. And you know, it kind of sucks that there's days where I wish I could rip myself from the narrative and erase anything that ever left my throat, mute my entire existence, and turn into just another background character forgotten when the page is turned. I guess for most of them, I already am. You see, I'm so used to being abandoned, I begin to think it must be my fault. After all, even my dad tried to walk away when I was 14. I must have looked pathetic enough to get him to stay. He would be one of the only ones. My boyfriend constantly questions why I search for any goodbyes in his voice every time he says I love you. Is because he wouldn't be the only one to send me a Dear John letter while smiling like we were okay. You see, though the reasons are always different, it's common for them to occur for me. Destiny and Peyton always thought I was the bad guy. Maya, Adar, and Cynthia moved. Ethan and Dylan couldn't handle my broken pieces. Caden, Q, Patience, and Draven were swept out of my life the moment we graduated. Autumn and Sydney because I was queer, loud, and me. Rachel, Gwen, and Caitlin because I wouldn't just follow blindly. Gavin because I once cared about him and he only had eyes for Autumn. And then I thought it would be just simple to return to a time before feelings made things too complicated. How even when I had loved him, I never tried to make him love me back and helped him every step of the way so he could woo her, just for her to tell me the moment he got her heart that because we were close, we were too close. And I thought as my best friend, he would defend our friendship. I guess I was wrong about that too. Friends never say goodbye. You see, I understand the idea that some people come into our lives but aren't meant to stay. That some are lessons meant to be learned but must be learned and then left behind. I would like not to care. But when you find that your friends are pillars made of memory and sand of time, leaving you alone when the wind blows them away, you find that you grasp for a friendship that has never existed in your life, but you wanted to. God, you wanted to. And I sometimes feel like that silly little girl in elementary coming home to cry to my mom how no one likes me and I can't seem to keep any of my friends I make. I guess that has never changed. The point is, I'd like to pretend that I've gotten okay with being alone and there are still days I appreciate it, but when you've been alone more than you've been with friends, when it seems that the ones who you do get always disappear within the year, you realize you're tired of being that lonely girl on the swing sets, watching the years go by, letting change rust and wondering, will there ever be a day where the people you love don't just disappear or try to walk away? Because they like to say, friends never say goodbye. Never say goodbye. Then tell me, why does it feel like goodbye?
Oh, thank you, Colleen. It's hello for us. Please share all your information in the chat. Thank you so much for sharing your truth and your vulnerability. And
I'll try not to cry next time. I'll be doing a happier poem. I'm not digging the sad stuff right now.
All good. You got to let that stuff out. Show some love for Colleen, everybody. Yes, yes, yes. Keep it going. Keep it flowing. Thank you so much, sweetheart, for being with us. You just keep being you. All right. So Teresia is supposed to be with us here. And I don't see Teresia. If you're in the building under some other name, unmute yourself. Otherwise, we are going to go to Po Con Queso out in Jersey. No, Teresia didn't make it. She's in the Bronx with us over here. But I guess she made the list, but not the chat. So we're going to go now to Po Con Queso para los Necios out in Jersey.
How you doing tonight, Bruja?
I'm doing super.
I saw your story on IG with the whole like master setup. I never knew that like the command center looked like that. It's all like mapped up. You got your tall ass fucking cabeza and shit. It's dope. I want to give it up to Kai one more time because I don't think it's fair. I have to follow that. So I just want to give one more round of applause because Kai is always like opening herself up to all of us. And I think she's so brave and so dope. And now I'm feeling the pressure of following her. So I just wanted to say that now my palms are sweaty. So,
You know, you got the goods. Take it away.
So I'm gonna read a piece tonight about something in the news that has really been like chipping away at me over the past week and a half, 2 weeks, ever since I learned of the news. And this is for Vanessa Guillen. So this is called Privates. PFC Guillen enlisted to help. It was her dream since 12 to sign up and fight the good fight. All she ever wanted was to serve. This Texana Chicana made America skirmishes her guerra. At 18, traded in books for M16s, cover up for camoed fatigues, and sleepovers for basic training at the barracks. Like so many bunking at Fort Hood, Fort Dix, Fort Bliss, Fort Anywhere, fleeing home young and naive, wide-eyed and patriotic, unprepared for the abuse to come at the hands of their Uncle Sam, who couldn't keep his grubby digits off of them. Did you know 1 in 3 women in the military will be assaulted sexually, that they are more likely to be raped by someone in their own outfit than shot and killed in battle? Who would sign up for this? To be assaulted, raped, and made to contain the pain and abuse, told not to tell by those you trust most. Keep that close to the vest. Keep it private. Keep it all in if you truly love them. The military fancies itself family, tree sprouting brother and sister seeds in infantry arms, willing to lay down lives for the stripes and stars on insignia patched in fatigues to cement a legacy of roots burrowing deep in this nation's legacy. And if we are to believe this analogy, then the metaphorical parents of said misled family have been criminally negligent every time their kids infight, incest, injure, molest, and hurt, and go missing entirely. And the legitimate parents of those who serve may resign themselves to expect their child might not come back while serving tours on foreign soil, the price of war. But never once should they worry or wonder if they'll survive life on base in crimes inflicted by their own kin. Vanessa, your commanders didn't care to investigate your case for 60 days until your sister in social media forced their hand. Your family failed you purposely. That base with non-working security cams and countless complaints of violations, rape, and harassment filed on superiors. Retired Lieutenant Colonel Betsy Shoulder made the comment Vanessa deserved to be harassed, as it's the price for admission for women in the Army, and if you're gonna cry like a snowflake about it, you're gonna pay the price. Because patriarchy patronizes and tortures those who dare to speak, and how dare we challenge its foundation, those 4 faces carved in sacred rock to Lakota tribe they forced against their wishes into Dakota cliffs. This country has never been interested in consent. It will chisel faces of white men into granite to memorialize and forget the names and faces of their wives and slaves, the women they raped, to uphold their place in history. In 2019, over $686 billion was spent on the military industrial complex, yet Vanessa was worth less to her base than a pair of night vision goggles or an empty rifle magazine. When either of those objects go missing, the entire facility goes on lockdown and no one's allowed to leave, go home, or sleep until that piece of equipment is located. When Vanessa vanished without a trace, they activated no such protocol. Her life meant shit to them, meant their corruption and utter ineptitude was at threat of being unearthed. That the commanding officer Vanessa told her mom about would be outed in charge, but instead, Guillen confronted Officer Aaron David Robinson, who responded to threats to file sexual harassment by bludgeoning her to death in the armory room. He did not cease until her blood stained the walls, and if that wasn't enough, for fear of being found out, he hacked up, scattered, fractured, and pressed what was left of her in cement. And 2 months to the day, Robinson fled base after police came to interrogate. He was tracked down in Colleen, and instead of coming clean, he put the barrel of truth to his own mouth and silenced it, taking his account of the crime with him, but leaving behind accomplices who bleached the armory and disposed of her body, and all too soon, what was left of Vanessa was found along a stretch of Texas River with forked tongues, branching death in all directions, her remains tossed in a shallow grave. She was identified not by her eyes or the teeth her killer smashed into porcelain dust with a hammer's head before chopping up what was left in machete bits. The only thing to trace were her strands of hair. And yet, here we stand in the mud and barren land, carrying out the impossible task of chasing down predators with nothing but needle strands in haystack of injustice riverbed. And Guillen is sadly far from the first or the last. In 2005, Private Lavina Johnson was found dead in her tent. Army investigators concluded she shot herself in the mouth with her M16 on a military base in Iraq. Her autopsy revealed she had a broken nose, black eye, loose teeth, burns from corrosive chemicals on her genitals, and a gunshot wound inconsistent with suicide. Reporters have suspected that chemical burns were to destroy DNA evidence of a rape. Bloody footprints were found outside her tent, and yet their internal affairs still ruled it suicide. How can an institution turn its bluest eye to abuses carried out within the family? Do we not see how damaging it can be to decry freedom and liberty while violating those who sign up to uphold it? It's time someone break these corrupt hands of armed forces to force justice and uphold the names of those killed for the sake of human shielding those who rape and maim. It's time we dismantle frames of patriarchal abuse, institutionalized misogyny. Time is up. No longer will we cooperate with coercing commanders demanding crimes go incognito so that no Vanessa or Lavina will ever again have to face the terrors of being terrorized by friendly fire from an uncle, family friend, or government which cleanses and scrubs the walls of its history so routinely that bleach in the nostrils should be its signature scent. Lavina Johnson, we got your back. Private Guillen, you did not die in vain. Tu lucha es mi lucha, we will wage war for you and every unheard victim too, until we no longer have to prune branches of family tree for you to be free, to be shown the basic decency all others who don fatigues receive, no longer standing to salute or serve. A flag stuck in Texas mode, shallow graves dug at the feet of trunks, camouflaging remains of their murdered young. They would rather keep private from the entire world as to never have to disclose or adjust such abusive forms of parenting.
Woo!
Oh, Paul.
I love it.
Goodness,
Oh my gosh, so good, Paul.
Goodness.
All of it. All of it.
Sorry,
All
I'm heated.
All of it.
I tried to finish that poem by Monday and it wasn't finished yet. So I was like, all right, I'm gonna get this right and I'm gonna bring the heat on Thursday because it's been so frustrating to me that there was no, when she went missing, I learned about the story and I was like, why the fuck is nobody looking for her? How is this not on every single news station? And you know, when we found out that she was murdered by somebody in her own outfit and they had complaints, you know, it really bothered me. And I wanted to bring, you know, some light to it.
Well, you always bring poetic justice to the truth. Thank you so much, Paul.
Oh,
everybody wants your book, you know, so if you don't
I'll plug it
together. Oh, okay.
I'll plug it in the chat. Also,
ladies and gentlemen, yes.
I'm wearing my Frida shirt today.
Hey, my queen. I love Frida.
All right, y'all. Well, I appreciate you so much. You can find me at Paul Con Queso on IG and Venmo. I appreciate you all so much. Thank you for giving me the platform.
Poco Queso out in New Jersey doing what he does best, bringing the truth and justice. Oh my God. The talent is immense. Immense. Oh my goodness. Just take a deep breath for that one because I have my candle lit in the back. I'm burning my sage and because, oh my gosh, the truth is truth. So I know you're feeling everything everybody's doing because I know I'm feeling it. So we've gone from Brazil, Amsterdam, Jersey, the Bronx, Nuyorican. Right now we are going to Japan. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Yuri. Yuri. Unmute yourself, Yuri. Where are you, honey?
Can you hear me?
Yes. Hello.
I'm in Tokyo today too.
In Tokyo, ladies and gentlemen, Yuri.
Today I sing all sweet. It's hot and sexy, kawaii, little funny.
We love it. Bring that hot shit. All right.
English papers. Okay. Can I start? Okay. Who on ass kicking maid? フルボッコメイド。シルバーのお盆から新都心は雲みたいに湧いて出て、コミューンばっかり形成してもう少しで待ちくたびれた世紀末になる。嘘だって思うなら写真を撮ってみなよ。透かせるほど君は軽くないし若くない。気づいてるんだ。僕だって全く生きてるか定かじゃない。クロールみたいに足をばたつかせて、セックスみたいな自殺の妄想。胸元のリボンの中に人生だけひとまとめ、絡まってもうどうしようもないんだなって一人で自分に何回も電話。 電話に電話って笑ってよ、ハイタッチで。後ろ向きに歩いてたら背中にほら、ほかほかの18人分の精液。カルト的にあなたは愛したいよ、ベイビー。絶対領域に絶対がないことを教えてあげよう。知ってる。君はただの動物の女の子の一つ。マカロンみたいなほっぺの廃臭。暗いところで排卵していろバーカ。ペーパー、ドライバーみたいに。タクシーの中で手紙を書いてたら、遠くへ飛んで感覚で首都高に乗ってしまった。できる子になりたいと11歳の時の自分に強く求めたい。朝起きてまだぼんやり。光の中の虫みたいの数えてたらなんだか決まってきちゃって、まさかの連帯責任コースで、それでも私、お帰りなさいっていうふりをして、時々死んでる。甘い。ピンク、ほっぺ、柔らかい、キャンドル、ママ、虫けら。うさんくさい。人脈にこそ、ノリノリ。ストリーミングしてくれ。お前のチャンネル、何十回もあざとい高評価をつけまくってやる。標準的な良い子のお尻に真っ赤に口紅くっつけて、お前の飼ってる猫には両辱っていう新しい名前をつけてやろう。お鍋に春雨入れるのってパステル色。沸点探すの精一杯で目は乾く。水曜あたり、殺されるのを待ってる。これは愛ですと、射精のたびに言え。足りないから私そこら辺のお兄ちゃんとだって寝てしまう。これは愛ですと。眠たい目を床に落として、お前の精液をエプロンで拭いてやる。夕立ばっかで嫌になるけど、私たち急接近、あっという間に春になるから、動物たちはアラモード。手をつなぐことしかできないとしたって、私を必要として、17、8区の男の子みたいに。タクシーの中で、なんて書いてたか。一生内緒にして赤い服の呪いとかそんな本を借りて鬱になりたい。これは愛ですと、射精のたびに言え。足りないから私そこら辺のお姉ちゃんとだって寝てしまう。ストリーミングしてくれ。お前自身を17、8区の男の子みたいに、あっという間に春になるから。エプロンもリボンも全部つけたまま行け。Thank you.
Yay! Yay!
Oh, wonderful.
Yes. Naughty motherfuckers. Woo! Yes, Beauty. We love you.
I love you too.
Thank you so much. Please put your info in the chat. You are amazing. We love it. We love it. Bless your heart. Woo!
Yeah, thank you.
That realness. Peace, Queen. Yes. Yuri, ladies and gentlemen. Follow Yuri. Yuri is, oh my God, you already know. That's how we do up on the Thursday nights. Look at the blessing we have. We're going to keep it going. Keep it flowing. Ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome Doug Curry.
Hello,
sir.
Oh, hey, baby. How you doing? Wow, everything is so great. I must be touched by so many things. I'll tell you why I know. Because about 5 times I changed what it was I was going to read. I said, well, no, I can go this way, but no, after that, I can't do this. And the last one, you know, yeah, it was naughty, but there was like a sensitivity to it that almost made me not want to read this. This is a poem that I wrote for an erotic night that we were having. It's not really an erotic poem, but it's a poem about erotic things.
I'll be the judge of that now.
Watch me now. It's called Just Pussy. Okay. It's just pussy, he told me. brushing off his black silk suit, counting green dollar bills with polished nail-tip diamond ring fingers. A red Eldorado parked at the curb, an idling gaudy pimpish chariot, slick on the right side of knowing it just is what it is. It's just pussy. In my young boy's mind, it was etched this way. It's just pussy. Pussy everywhere to be found. Don't chase it. Buy it, sell it, trade it by the pound. Don't let it go to your head. Don't let it get you down. It's just pussy, I had the nerve to say, ducking a homeboy's left hook that was coming my way. He wanted to fight me about his wayward girl. Like he didn't know that between us, it was just supposed to be just pussy. See, I had become this womanizer. Want some loving girl, I'll supersize you. And you gonna make me do what with that thing you got? Shit, ain't nobody told you. It's just pussy. Pussy, pussy, pussy. The root of all evil. A lame man's excuse for a lame excuse. Makes a strong man grunt, pump, bump and grind, measure it, pleasure it, dog it from behind. Good pussy. But you see, me, I was the sly and mellow fly guy with a don't want no static, I'm too charismatic view of the world that didn't call for me pleading to no woman or girl. I was gonna keep it like I learned it, just pussy. But then I met Matilda in a gray business suit, a plain sort of girl who cooed dreamy through her lips and caught my eye with the rhythm of her hips. I thought I'd lay her down, play around, just for fun. But she said she'd been pining for a lover just like me, with whom she could cuddle up, with whom she could be. And I said, wait, not so fast. Let's don't get carried away. It only is what it is, a bedroom sport to play. But someone hadn't told her because she didn't know. Just pussy, she laughed while tickling my ear. If you think that, just let me go, if you can, my dear. But I didn't, somehow couldn't, like she knew and she knew I wouldn't. Matilda said, don't run from it, baby. Come here and conquer your fear. Just pussy? What you scared of? Come on, feel this right here. Ooh, baby, ooh. Ooh, wee, daddy. Do groove me, sugar. Come on, shank it, grind it, spank it. Do like I say, and you sure gonna thank it. Come on, waltz with Matilda. Let's do this dance. My pussy ain't just pussy. You gonna want my romance. She asked, you ever felt anything sweeter, hotter, wetter? Baby, get hip. I don't want you to trip. You just ought to know better. Matilda bucked and fucked and got kind of wild while talking so gently like I could have been a child. If it's just pussy, then it's just, and it's just what you need. Come on up in it. Just pussy, indeed. All of a sudden, when I caught her groove, she swirled, changed directions with this belly dance move. I grabbed her ass and her shoulders and hollered, oh shit. She held on, double pumped, and baby, that was it. I was gasping and shuddering till it scared me to death. Eyes rolled back, toes curled up, and all out of breath. It's just pussy, she whispered in my ear. Just pussy, she giggled. Baby, what else is there? End poem.
Ooh, Douglas Curry. He gets the raccoon penis moment for that one. Woo! If you're into just pussy, look at my Mi Gatita Negra video on YouTube. That's when I was doing reggaeton. The pussy was the highest paid performer in the video. It was a black cat.
I have to look at it.
Mi Gatita Negra. Thank you so much, Douglas Curry. That was sensual and nice. Love it. And then Matildas are brujas too, so you got to watch out. Thank you, Douglas Curry. Put your information in the chat, sir. Thank you so much for that. Yes, yes, yes. Okay, so now we're going to go with MC Inca. MC Inca out in San Diego. We was chatting it up on IG, and she shared her talent with me, and I was like, yo, you got to come to the open mic. You there, Queen?
Yeah, can you see me?
Yes, hello.
All right, hey. What's up, everybody? My name's MC Inca. I'm from San Diego, California, and shout out to La Bruja for having me out here tonight. This is a dope space, and I hope you guys like what I got.
Take it away.
Yeah, how's that? Is that too loud? Is that good? All right. Pause to this hip hop, what it costs. Liquor hits the payment for the people that we lost. Hoping God opens up the heavens, cause faith is a must. Police up and down the block is just another bust. A father and a mother trying to provide for their sons. Don't judge the choices of the struggle if you've never faced none. This is our world, but they're giving us the scraps, and they wonder why we hustle and we run around strapped. Laughs and giggles, the children don't know they're too little. Living in a world divided down the middle. Soon the world to know the truth left out of history books. Let's teach and guide a youth to be more than dope cooks. Shut the social media off, cause they ain't showing me nothing good. I ain't bitter, I'm just tired of killing my soul for some loot. Brothers and sisters, I know you mad, but don't give them a chance to shoot. The revolution is real and it's near. It's just being misunderstood. Yeah. Okay. So I have one more. Modern lady's a beast. Here we go. Conscious, independent lady owning her beauty. Truly so sexually explicit without nudity. Hypnotizing eyes like those of a cat. They caught a man's eye, making him blind. Quick one hit, no strikes. She ripped out his heart. With his blood, she painted and displayed it like an art. She celebrated her strength, taking herself to long lengths. Dangerous to all prey. Will take you out and play, but only for the day. She's got no time for games unless it's in her say. She always gets her way. Making up excuses to escape from four walls. Solitude has always been her secret downfall. Convinces herself that it's better to be forever alone than to ever again let a man get close. Beautiful rose, there was a love potion in her voice, seduces with her sweet words. In her mind there was no remorse, or forever she never spoke. Modern lady's a beast, heights in the light, but at night she creeps, fangs out, searching for the weak. Modern lady's a beast, heights in the light, but at night she creeps, fangs out, searching for the weak. Money and material things set the comfort deep within. Sinner sin, she wears it like a wedding ring, giving men a new sad song to sing. Every one of them was just a fling. Beautiful, heartless creature who created you. Was it Satan or the angels? Give us a clue. Woman so misunderstood, if only they knew. Rose is an evolved creature. As the world turned colder, so did her features. Selfish, survival of the fittest, sounds delirious, but she was serious. Like the tales of a world dominated by females. A story once painted full of detail. As if this new species was taking karma into her hands. For every time a woman was treated less than a man. Modern lady rebelling, taking her stand. And maybe one day we'll take over the lands. Modern lady's a beast. Yeah.
Yeah.
Once
Make
again,
Nuyorican house the wind. Give it up for MC Inca. Yes, queen.
Thank you. So you can follow me on IG, Inca with a K .music with a K. Thank you. Much love, everybody from San Diego.
Yes. Put that in the chat too so we can follow you and we can see it all clear. Type it up for us. Thank you, MC Inca. Yes, yes, yes. Queens are doing it. All right, we're going to go with Abraham right now. Where's Abraham? Unmute yourself.
I'm right here. I'm right here.
Hey, how you doing?
Good. So I'm going to present two pieces. It's going to be about, 3 minutes in total.
Okay.
I'd like to try to keep them as short as possible. See that gender has been a quite interesting topic here as I read in quite a few poems. So I have a piece of my own called Wisdom is a Beautiful Black Woman, and it's an acronym, and it has two parts. So I'm gonna just go with it.
Okay, take it away.
Warriors in sync, deconstructing oppressive masculinities, intellectual sisters astutely build enormous armies, uniting thinkers internationally for universal liberation. Boldly, loudly, aggressively combating killer weapons of misogyny across nations. Brothers, will you join the struggle, enlist your courage, voluntarily resist measuring manhood by the size of your penis and bank account? Resist finding security in your sexual and economic prowess? Resist feelings of insecurity if you possess no such qualities or quantities? Resist flexing your male ego in vaginal spaces? Resist living your heavy nutsack. It does not take any balls whatsoever to to physically, mentally, verbally, emotionally, and sexually abuse a woman. It only makes you a coward. Resist building your masculinity at the expense of tearing down her femininity. You will only suffer from erectile dysfunction. You will not stand to satisfy a woman with love, respect, faith, dignity, and intimacy. Resist jealousy if your significant woman is the breadwinner of the home. This does not make you a loser. You are not a loser unless you end your war succumbing to toxic masculinity. That's the first one. And the second one is called Killing Time. And this one is really about, the police. Time is a bird always flying by fast. In a rush hour, he is ready to blast, neither giving second thoughts nor having any regrets about smoking black and brown bodies like a box of cigarettes, ignoring the general warning on the billboard and banner that our deaths will be bullets puncturing his lungs with cancer, operating all over his body 7 days a week from 12 a.m. to 12 a.m. without a minute of sleep. We would keep him wide awake, constantly thriving in pain, watch him suffer long, slowly dying in vain. Our hands will be tormenting his mind with ticks and tocks, counting his numbered days until his heart finally stops, beating us to death with his hate. Once we place him under cardiac arrest, charging him with first-degree murder, his bail will not be set. He will be tried by a jury of our selection of peers, finding him guilty of all counts. Our families will cry joyous tears when he is given eternal death as punishment for his heinous crime. Our loved ones will rest in peace after we succeed in killing time. Thank you.
Woo! That was very timely. Abraham Kamani, thank you so much. On behalf of all the women, thank you as well, because that first poem is so important. Thank you, Abraham. Put your information in the chat. We're going to keep it going, keep it flowing. We got a few more people to go. Thank you so much for sharing that, your wisdom. Bless you. Okay, where is Joanna? Joanna, where you at? Unmute yourself, Joanna.
Hello.
Hi. The sound is a little...
It's a little bad.
Oh, no, now it's good. You got it.
Okay.
What you gonna do for us tonight?
So I have some new shit.
New shit?
Okay. My coworker's mad about affirmative action because a few opportunities passed him. In a global communication company, speaking Spanish is an asset, but he doesn't understand this. The immigrants have taken over the land and infected America with their Spanish. But I was born in Brooklyn, so were my parents. My grandparents were born in America, and their ancestors were here when you landed. Like our land, you stole our language, persecuted our faith, but now on Amazon you sell sage, clear chakras. Let's not forget your favorite Mexican place. And Maria, whose people are murderers, rapists, animals that belong in a cage, but she's just good enough to leave with your children to raise. We're so dangerous, stealing jobs away, but you load us in your car at Home Depot anyway. You inquire if I'm Black or Puerto Rican, or some mixed race, as you dismiss my name, because spick, nigger, or guinea is how you will address me anyway. Call me exotic, because pretty is reserved for human girls, not my race, which has been sexualized and criminalized, because in rebranding, it's now illegal to hunt Indians or keep slaves, but you can detain immigrants and stand your ground, all in the name of making America great, again, like the good old days when we knew our place.
Wow.
Yes, girl.
Yes, girl. Say it again and again.
Give me chills.
Amazing.
Thank you, Joanna Dillon. Woo! Or Dilan. Am I saying it? How do you say last?
It's Dilan.
Dilan. Toma. For all those people saying you can't speak Spanish. Meanwhile, Colorado, a state. Colorado, Florida. Okay, Montana, which is montaña. Damn.
Yes.
I mean, thank you so much for sharing your brilliance tonight with us. Bless your heart. Where are you at tonight? You said you're from Brooklyn, but where are you?
Well, right now I'm hanging out in East Stroudsburg, Pennsylvania.
Okay.
With all my cousins. Look, they didn't want to be on the camera, but
much love, Queen. Mwah. Thank you so much. Until the next time.
Thank you.
That was dope. That was so fire. All right, Ramon Jimenez, unmute yourself. We're gonna keep it going, keep it flowing. Where's Ramon?
Hello, hello, hello. How are you? Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you. What you doing? How you doing? Where you at?
I'm from LA, but I'm out here in Seattle. And I just had some really spicy Thai food. So I still feel the pain, but it's good pain. So yeah.
Be careful with that spice. It's the kind of spice you feel twice. But what you gonna do for us tonight?
I'm gonna read you 2 poems if that's okay.
Yeah, take it away.
This first one is titled, We Played Street Fighter. We played Street Fighter on the Super Nintendo at a friend's because my parents were never gonna get us that pendejada. The game had so many ways to hurt. We made art out of blood sport, burning each other with flying fireballs, stretching our limbs into kicks, cracking anyone in midair who tried to jump away. Projectiles would fly, blue energy thingies, soaring uppercuts, sometimes a sonic boom from a guy in a camouflage cargo pants. We had to get rough, electroshock people while button mashing, dropping from the sky with a claw to the face, launching 1,000 kicks in a row while doing the splits upside down, even ready to slap the controller from our rival's hand when we lost 2 out of 3 rounds. Down, diagonal, right, and punch, Hadouken, followed up with a low kick, Shoryuken, until your foe took a dramatic plunge to the floor. My brother would call that cheap and cheating. I called it technique and strategy. Man, too bad these skills only existed on the screen. Wish we could have hurled projectiles at the bullies who chased us around, or teleport away from the schools that regarded us as stupid for speaking a different language.
Woohoo, yes, all right.
Love that.
Okay.
Keep going.
There was supposed to be more to that, bro. We wasn't done with that yet.
You left him wanting more, but he got a second poem, so let him do his poem. Go ahead, Ramon.
We'll do one more. This one is called Making Masa. I like to cook. I like to make a lot of Mexican food because I'm Mexican. So here we go. I mix the masa by hand until it becomes smooth and workable. See, I make a ball. I flatten it with my press. Let it cook to the sounds of hissing cast iron. Air pockets form. I flip it to the other side. When it's ready, it's time to make a taco. Skirt steak kissed with garlic and orange juice. Beans mashed with onions. Suffering happiness. Boiled and diced cactus mixed with tomato, cilantro, lime, struggle. Salsa so spicy that the mouth is just made speechless. All of these things are acceptable fillings, but I would never disrespect this with ground beef, shredded yellow cheese, thin cuts of iceberg lettuce, the blandness of taco seasoning, nor would I ever replace it with the whiteness of a flour tortilla. And I would love to turn it into enchiladas, frying each one in hot dancing oil, covering it in a sauce of garlic and chile guajillo, rolling each one with shredded chicken or fresh cheese, never putting it in the oven like my friend Todd. Yes, Todd, who views my food like a neighborhood zone for gentrification. All of the spicy redness replaced with the casserole of flavorlessness, a poor imitation that just lacks roots, context, authenticity. And unlike Todd, I only want to prepare my food the way it was taught to me, because masa is everything: nourishment, survival, history, culture, my lifeline to a world that others may never understand. Thank you.
Woo! Yummy, delicious and nutritious.
Oh,
I'm hungry.
Everybody's hungry now.
Yummy.
Wow. I don't know how that turned like to food porn, but it was. And I don't know what happened, but that shit was spicy as hell.
Thank you.
Ramon Jimenez, ladies and gentlemen, that shit was spicy. Yes, so put all your info in the chat, Ramon. That was dope. Keep it cooking and fuck Todd, damn it.
Yeah.
Yeah, fuck that motherfucker. All right, so we're gonna keep it going, keep it flowing. Who do we have next? We
Janine.
have Deneen, there you go.
Me,
Hi.
I'm here. Can you hear me?
I do hear you, sweetheart. How are you?
Oh, I'm okay. Just in the bedroom. I have 3 college kids here.
Okay.
2 of my own.
Oh boy.
1 graduate.
Oh, well, that's nice.
Yes. Social
So-
justice.
Oh, excellent. Well, I remember that you had started, with a poem. And what are you going to do for us tonight?
Yeah, well, tonight I was just thinking, I see the time too, and sometimes I just do stuff. So I was just thinking about when we're talking about flattening this curve means our dead bodies. We are the baseline. We are your comfort. To flatten the curve is to accept our dead bodies, and it's to keep you going, to keep society going. And so my aims are to make sure that everybody, all of us, to remind us that, to say that Black and brown bodies are not goals to be set. We're not records, milestones, like learning to walk, graduation date. We are not a baseline. We are not a plateau. We are not yours to, yes. And my aim is also to, I think, we should demand funeral costs, scholarship funds. We call people essential workers, and you know damn well that they are sacrificial. They are not they are not essential beneficial. We make our bodies, our children, sacrificial. And I want that to stop. And to remind us too that, you know what? People need to show a little respect. I grew up in a time when people had respect. If you have some sympathy, a little sympathy, just a little sympathy. But if you can show respect means that you will offer condolences. You will offer, I know that the funeral costs are so large. I know that we should do all of these things. That is showing somebody respect and sympathy. And since there may be one day we will feel that empathy that we lack, that got us here in the first place. It is the lack of empathy that has gotten us here in the first place. And then to remind us all that we have never lived in a world there was no inequality. So we're trying to make a space for equality when we haven't even known that to be true in any sense, in any society, ever. So we're asking something big, and something big that we can do, because the power should belong to the people who are closest to the pain. Always. If the power belongs to the people who are closest to the pain, you will not get these social injustices and inequalities. They will never exist. That's all. So I didn't write anything really. I just wrote that stuff down.
That was beautiful. Deneen, thank you so much for sharing that.
And then I just want to tell you one thing. The first time that I came on was the first time I ever said anything.
Oh my.
Even though I lecture, but lecturing is different. I never came on ever and done anything. You inspire me. All of the people here inspire me.
Yeah.
I want to thank you so much and appreciate.
Thank you.
Thank you.
For you. Yes. Deneen, ladies and gentlemen, that was beautiful. Yes, Queen.
Yes, thank you for
your 3 college students over there that you're taking care of, and all the people that you take care of, and all that you witness. Thank you for sharing your truth and perspective. We do need empathy in this world.
Yes.
Mwah. Thank you, Queen.
Thank you.
Put your info in the chat if you want to share that, okay?
Okay.
We're gonna go with Brian Franco right now. Brian Franco, where are you? Unmute yourself if you're there.
Shalom, can you hear me?
Hey, yes. Hello, Brian.
Shalom from Brunswick, Maine.
Oh, yeah.
40s for you. The first is called Olives because I heard a good food poem, so I had to do my food poem. Olives. Olives. Olives are black. Olives are green. Olives are purple. Olives are the best part of a martini. Olives are the best beer food. Olives are the best wine food. In Spain, the land of my ancestral heritage, a place I've never been, I've been told they put free bowls of fruity, yummy olives on bars and restaurant tables. In America, we get peanuts and pretzels. Olives. Olives, to be complete, must have the pit. Pope John Paul II made a papal decree declaring it a sacrilege to serve a salad in the Vatican City with pitted olives. Olives. Olives are like heroin to the taste buds of a Sephardic Jew. I am a Sephardic Jew. I am proud to be a Sephardic Jew. I was born that way. I refuse to have canned pitted California olives in my home or fridge. It would be a sacrilege. Thank you. So poem 2, let me pull it up for you, is called From Great Anxiety Comes Whatever This Poem is. I am not Spider-Man, but I have climbed God only knows how many walls in my lifetime. My fingertips are so cut and calloused they barely have fingerprints, but they are addicted to walls. When I get to the top of a wall, I turn into Humpty Dumpty. And as I sit atop the wall narrows and narrows, and I have a great fall. But all the king's horses and all the king's men don't exist in my world, and it never fails to be one of those so hot you can fry an egg days. When I hit the ground, my shell breaks perfectly in half, and I turn into a perfect sunny side up egg. The person who discovers me calls the Guinness Book of World Records, who fly down in their corporate Concorde jet, then measure my diameter and proclaim me to be the largest sunny side up egg ever. And since no one knows I was the egg, the person who discovers me gets their photo on the cover of the New York Post, breaking my yellow with a slice of burnt toast. If I should ever climb a wall, have a great fall, and land sunny side up, I hope whoever discovers me calls Ripley's Believe It or Not. They too have a corporate Concorde, but they always travel with Wonder Bread, and Wonder Bread makes the most wonderful toast. Do I have time for a 1 minute piece?
I don't know, because we're almost at the closing, but
okay, well then never mind. Thank
say
you
a little,
much.
you could say a little goodbye to us. That was very yummy. Thank you.
Yay!
Oh, gracias.
What'd you say, Brian?
I said gracias. That's thank you in Spanish and Alabama terms. Thank you. I live in Maine for 20 years. So no.
Thank you, Brian Franco, with his olive and his yummy poetry there. All right. Thank you so much. Okay, our final performer tonight, we're going to go with Wendy. Wendy, unmute yourself. You are our closing act. It has been a wonderful night. Long list of performers. Where's Wendy at? Wendy, I saw you earlier, Wendy. Wendy Jackson. Let's unmute you, Wendy. Where are you?
All right, I'm here.
There you go.
Hi, everybody. Okay, I'll keep it very simple. This is a poem I wrote in 2009. And I was thinking of Kylene. I think, some of the words might work for her. So I'm hoping it makes, I'm trying to keep it easy tonight. Save every bit of energy for Saturday. So this one is a tribute to the years ahead. Your first 10 years, lots of laughter, little tears. The next 20 years, trivial concerns, monumental cares. So, how do you see yourself? What would you like to do? Where do you need to go? Are your friends many or are they few? Life is riddled with choices and loaded with challenges too. But experience and open-mindedness are the tools you need. So go bravely. You'll figure what to do. Think about every teachable moment. Be flexible about all you like to do. Go wherever your heart, dream, and pocket may lead. And your friends, if they care, they'll support you. Thank you.
I loved it. Wow.
Thank you so much, Wendy.
That's
It
it.
really means a lot.
Thank you, Wendy.
I love that poem.
Positive, positive.
And everyone can see me walk like Wendy on IG, Venmo, BWJ101.
Yes.
So thank you, everyone. I love all of you too. Until the next time, good night.
Thank you for those wise words and for those soothing words. Wendy Jackson, ladies and gentlemen, tonight has been absolutely fantastic. We brought love all across the world. We shared this platform with you and encourage you to join us. It's never too soon and it's never too late, so don't debate or procrastinate. Just write it down like you just can't wait, because what you say just might be great. I'm putting my info in the chat there for those of you that want to follow me. If you don't follow me already, subscribe to my YouTube page under Caridad de la Luz. That's my real name. And as always, it's been an honor and a pleasure to be in solidarity poetically and spiritually with you. Stay poetic. You have poetic license to do what you will. We create the narrative of the world for the future to walk into. So much love. Buenas noches. Until next time. Woo! Raccoon penis moment.